Hey guys, welcome to Gypsy Jazz Bootcamp. Today we are going to be talking about triad embellishments. It's actually one of my very favorite topics to discuss when improvising on Gypsy Jazz, and especially at the beginning stages. I highly recommend that you check out my triad study number 1 first, and just make sure you know these triad shapes that I'm referring to. For this particular video, I'm just going to stay in this one shape, in one position here. This is a G major triad. Okay, it looks like what you would do on an F chord, you know, slid up 2 frets, so it's G major. Please refer to the PDF. I might demonstrate and, you know, kind of expand off the G and other inversions, but the PDF will just show the material on this chord shape. So what I want to do first, I guess, is just lay down something in the key of G. I'm just going to do 1, 6, 2, 5 chord movement, maybe with the substitute here, this G sharp diminished 7 for the E7 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's a loop. Sounds pretty good to me. For practice, I highly recommend that you loop or use some sort of backing track. Okay. And there's our G major triad. And that works over all of this. I'm not going to play to each chord or anything like that. Here's the triad, and we're just going to break it up into single notes first. Number 1, okay? And we can just do any rhythm. Just have fun with that. That just helps you target. Of course, if the chord changed after that, then or the key or whatever, then you would want to follow that. Okay, now the fun stuff. Number 2, the very first embellishment, probably the most common one, to go half step lower neighbor tone. So it's just going like this. Okay, from each chord tone in the shape. This is just a quick demonstration today. Okay, please refer to my PDF, of course. Here we go. And I'm doing it kind of what I would call a la Django fingering, 2, 1, 2. So notice there for fun, I just wanted to show you that, hey, you can take it all through the fretboard if you just wanted to explore this fun. Okay, so kind of within the same idea of that one, this is very common, like Django did this. He kind of built a tune called Appel Indirect off this concept of just starting on the lower neighbor tone and then going into the chord tone. So I'm going to just keep starting up on the high end probably. Okay, that's what it sounds like. Okay. Here we go. Really fun. You can even double that up. I think I might have done that in there. Okay, definitely. I didn't write out the rhythms on this sheet, so you could definitely just keep playing around with that. Okay, so that was number 3 there on the sheet. Number 1 is just the chord tones. Number 2 was this. Number 3 was okay. So number 4, finally we're going to add something that's not just a lower neighbor tone. If you're wondering, well, what note above can I play? The way to do it is to think about what chord goes with the sound that you're going after. In this case, I'm thinking G major to A minor. It's very sweet, very pretty, in the key of G, basically. It almost makes a scale, you know, when you're combining those two, and almost a G major scale, obviously, right? We're actually just one note shy of being the full major scale. Here it is, which is actually quite a fun way of playing that major scale. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. You could again take it all over the fretboard. What I'm going to probably play here on the paper, I'm leading us into the chord tone versus just running up and down the scale, but you know, it gives you some good ideas. Okay, these are just quick demonstrations. I'm hoping that you explore it and check out my etudes, but this is just kind of the concepts here. Okay, now we get a beautiful one called, I nickname it, my students know, the Mona Lisa. Sounds like this. This is the first combo pattern. We're starting on the chord tone. We're going half step below. It's always a half step below, okay, for this. And then scale tone above. In this case, whole step. That's on the root. Now on the fifth. And then on the third, which was the same. Now on the third, half step below, half step above. Be careful. So but that kind of changed that pattern. And then of course back to the root. So really be aware of where that third is. Root, fifth, third, half step. Okay, be careful. Make sure you check out the sheet. Fifth, third, root. Okay. As you go through the other inversions, please be aware of that. Here it is. On those 4 strings. Very pretty. I love that one. Okay, so and now we can have some variations off of that, and I think I might have snuck that one in there. Okay, so I like that one quite a bit too. That's starting half step below, then above it, and then into the chord tone, and that's called enclosure. When you're doing that, you're kind of going surrounding, enclosing this note. And I don't need to say which ones, because now you, after doing the previous exercises, now you know half step below, scale tone above. Okay, I'm not going to play that one with the rhythm track. Here's another one. Okay, now I'm starting on the scale tone above, going below it, half step, and then finally arriving. And of course, please take it through your inversions, your triad. G, whoa, not that one. G major, any G major shape you can visualize on the guitar. We, as guitar players, really visualize these chord shapes to get our licks and our lines out of it. And now I'm just showing you how to embellish around that, so you're obviously not just doing this, you know, just chord tones, which is exercise number 1, really. Okay, so we have a couple enclosure licks. We're just gonna fancy it up for the remaining few that I want to show you here, and this is really a very sweet one, kind of very Django Reinhardt inspired, of course. Okay, so I'm starting on the chord tone, doing a little triplet slur here. It doesn't have to be a triplet; it could be, you know, any rhythm later. And you can even pick it or slur it. And you know, slow down the video on YouTube here. that you're watching it from if you want to kind of just watch my articulation of it. But let's check that out, what that sounds like. It's very, very pretty. I like that one a lot. So, work that one in. And again, please check out my etudes. I often incorporate these into songs, which is the next step, is how do I use it into a song besides just one chord or one progression. But you can definitely explore that and see how that feels. Okay, so the very final one I want to show you is just going to elongate that little lick there. So I'm starting off with the same lick, and then I'm going, so it's almost like the Mona Lisa combination. So I'm doing this. Then of course, taking it through the rest of the shape. So again, I'm just kind of having fun going through the G major. Those are all just G major triad tones, okay? I'm just mapping it out for wherever you happen to be at on the fretboard. Let's hear what that sounds like. I like this one a lot. It's it kind of buys you a lot of time because it's a 9-note lick, so it fills in a lot of space. Okay, so again, I went through all of those in that whole chord shape. There, I extended it to the G major. So that was Triad Embellishments #1. Thank you so much for watching my Gypsy Jazz Bootcamp videos. Please subscribe to my Patreon site where I have all my material that I'm constantly uploading material. I'm trying to keep up with my YouTube videos. So it's there. You can become a patron for as little as $5 a month and pretty much get all my teaching material along with these YouTube videos. I'm really hoping it helps you out. So please have fun with those Triad embellishments. I will be posting it for how to do this in a minor key and on a dominant chord as well in upcoming videos. And then of course on bootcamp exercises and etudes, you'll actually see these kind of in use on how to make music from just this. But hopefully you'll just experiment with that for now. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.